My dear students, welcome back to our channel. Students, in this video I am explaining MBA first semester. Subject Management Organizational Behavior. Important long questions and answers. Let's start quick revision. First unit. First important long question is: explain about the management process. The management process refers to the steps managers take to achieve the goals of an organization. It helps organize resources, solve problems, and ensure the success of the company. The process can be broken down into 4 main steps: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. 1. Planning. This is the first step where managers decide what needs to be done. It involves setting goals and figuring out how to achieve them. For example, a manager of a bakery might plan to increase sales by 10% in the next 6 months by launching new products. 2. Organizing. Once the plan is set, managers need to organize resources like people, money, and equipment to carry out the plan. In our bakery example, the manager would assign tasks like training staff or sourcing ingredients to make sure everything runs smoothly. 3. Leading. This step is about guiding and motivating employees to do their best. It includes communication, resolving issues, and inspiring the team to work toward the goals. For instance, the bakery manager might hold regular team meetings to discuss progress and encourage staff to deliver great customer service. 4. Controlling. Finally, managers need to check if everything is going according to plan. This involves measuring progress, solving problems, and making adjustments. The bakery manager would track sales to see if the 10% growth target is being met and make changes if needed, like adjusting marketing strategies or improving product quality. Conclusion. The management process ensures that everything in an organization is on track to meet goals. By planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, managers can help their teams succeed. For example, a bakery manager planning to boost sales would use these steps to guide the business to success, ensuring resources are in place, the team is motivated, and goals are being met. Next important long question is: explain the management functions. The management functions are the key activities managers perform to ensure that an organization runs smoothly and achieves its goals. These functions are typically broken down into 5 main areas: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. 1. Planning. This function involves deciding what the organization wants to achieve and how to reach those goals. It includes setting objectives and creating strategies to meet them. For example, if a restaurant wants to increase its customer base, the manager will plan a marketing campaign and new menu offerings. 2. Organizing. Once the plan is in place, organizing is about arranging resources like people, money, and materials to carry out the plan. A restaurant manager would assign roles such as scheduling chefs, waiters, and setting up the kitchen for the new menu. 3. Staffing. Staffing involves hiring and training the right people for the right roles. The manager ensures the organization has enough qualified people to meet its needs. For the restaurant, this means recruiting new staff or providing training to ensure employees can handle the new menu and customer service. 4. Leading. Leading is about guiding, motivating, and encouraging employees to work towards the organization's goals. Managers need to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts, and inspire their team. A restaurant manager might hold regular meetings to boost morale, motivate staff, and ensure everyone is focused on providing excellent customer service. 5. Controlling. This function involves monitoring and evaluating progress to make sure the plan is being followed. If things aren't going as planned, the manager makes adjustments. For example, if the restaurant is not attracting enough customers, the manager might review the marketing strategy or adjust the menu to improve sales. Conclusion. The management functions planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling are essential for achieving organizational success. For instance, in a restaurant, these functions help ensure that the business runs smoothly, employees are motivated, and customers are happy, all while meeting the set goals. Each function is interconnected, and effective managers use them to guide the organization toward success. Next important long question is: explain the managerial skills and roles involved for a manager. Managerial skills and roles are the abilities and responsibilities that a manager must possess to lead a team and manage an organization effectively. Let's break these down into two parts. Managerial skills. Managers need three main types of skills. 1. Technical skills. These are specific abilities related to the job or industry. For example, a manager in a bakery needs to understand baking techniques, ingredient sourcing, and kitchen equipment. These skills help the manager make informed decisions about production processes. 2. Human skills. These skills are about working with people, understanding their needs, and communicating effectively. A bakery manager needs to motivate the staff, resolve conflicts, and create a positive environment for the team. Human skills are crucial for team collaboration and employee satisfaction. 3. Conceptual skills. These are the ability to think big picture and solve complex problems. For example, a manager might need to analyze how the bakery's sales trends affect the business and decide whether to open a new store or introduce new products. This requires seeing beyond day-to-day tasks and understanding the organization's goals and direction. Managerial roles. Managers also play specific roles within the organization, as described by Henry Mintzberg. 1. Interpersonal roles. Leader, managers motivate and guide the team. Liaison, managers connect with other departments or external partners. 2. Informational roles. Monitor, managers gather information about market trends and business performance. Disseminator, managers share important information with the team. Spokesperson, managers represent the organization to outside stakeholders. 3. Decisional roles. Entrepreneur, managers come up with new ideas to improve the business, such as offering seasonal products. Disturbance handler, managers resolve issues or problems that arise, like supply chain delays. Resource allocator, managers decide where resources, like money or staff, should be used. Negotiator, managers handle discussions with suppliers, clients, or other business partners. Conclusion. For a manager to succeed, they need a mix of technical, human, and conceptual skills. They also perform various roles like leading their team, making decisions, and gathering and sharing information. In a bakery, a manager uses these skills and roles to keep things running smoothly, from baking to marketing, ensuring the business achieves its goals. Next important long question is: discuss briefly about behavioral theory in the evolution of management. Behavioral theory in management focuses on understanding and improving how people behave within an organization. Unlike earlier theories that concentrated on tasks and processes, behavioral theory emphasizes the importance of human behavior, motivation, and relationships in achieving organizational success. Key ideas of behavioral theory. 1. People are motivated by needs. The theory believes that people are motivated by different needs, and these needs must be understood and met to get the best out of employees. For example, a manager in a retail store may motivate employees by offering rewards like promotions or recognition for hard work. 2. Human relations matter. Managers need to focus on good relationships with their employees. Communication, teamwork, and positive interaction between staff and managers lead to better productivity and job satisfaction. For example, in a factory setting, a manager may hold regular team meetings to listen to employee concerns and provide feedback. 3. Leadership and motivation. Behavioral theory highlights the role of leadership in motivating employees. Different leadership styles, such as democratic or participative leadership, can influence how employees perform. For instance, a manager in a call center may allow employees to have a say in decision-making, making them feel more valued and motivated. 4. Group dynamics. The theory also emphasizes that groups within an organization, like teams, affect how individuals behave. Managers should encourage teamwork and cooperation, as groups can achieve more than individuals working alone. For example, in a project team, the manager may encourage collaboration to generate creative solutions to problems. Conclusion. Behavioral theory shifted the focus of management from just tasks and control to understanding people and their motivations. In a modern office, for example, a manager who understands employees' needs, fosters good communication, and encourages teamwork is more likely to create a positive work environment. This approach leads to better performance and a more satisfied workforce. Next important long question is: explain the systems and contingency theory of management in detail. Systems theory of management. Systems theory views an organization as a collection of interconnected parts that work together to achieve common goals. Each part of the organization, like departments, teams, or employees, is seen as a system that influences and depends on the others. For example, in a car manufacturing company, the production team, quality control, and marketing team must work together. If one part of the system, like the production team, faces issues, it will affect other areas, such as product delivery or customer satisfaction. The key idea is that every part of the organization impacts the overall performance. Key points. An organization is a system made up of various subsystems, departments or teams. Changes in one part of the system affect other parts. The organization must interact with and adapt to the environment, market, competitors, etc. Contingency theory of management. Contingency theory suggests that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to management. Instead, the best way to manage depends on the situation. The theory proposes that managers must adapt their approach based on factors like the environment, the nature of the task, and the people involved. For example, if a company is facing a crisis, a more directive and authoritative leadership style may be required. But in a stable environment, a more participative style might work best. Key points. Management should depend on the situation, hence the term contingency. There is no single best way to manage, flexibility is key. The right management style or decision-making approach depends on factors like the organization's size, structure, culture, and external environment. Conclusion. The systems theory emphasizes that organizations are interconnected and the success of one part relies on the others. In contrast, contingency theory argues that managers should adapt their approach based on the situation at hand. For example, in a rapidly changing market, managers might need to be flexible, just as a manager in a stable business might focus on improving internal systems. Both theories help organizations better understand how to respond to complex challenges and achieve success. Next, second unit. Second unit. First important long question is: write briefly about types of plans. In management, plans are essential tools for achieving organizational goals. There are several types of plans, each serving a different purpose. Here are the main types. 1. Strategic plans. These are long-term plans that focus on the overall direction of the organization. They set broad goals and help the organization achieve its mission. Strategic plans typically cover several years. Example, a technology company might create a 5-year strategic plan to become a leader in artificial intelligence by expanding its research and development. 2. Tactical plans. Tactical plans are more specific than strategic plans and typically focus on the short to medium term. They break down the broader strategic goals into smaller, actionable steps for specific departments or teams. Example, for the technology company, a tactical plan might be to hire 50 new engineers within the next year to support their AI project. 3. Operational plans. These are short-term plans that deal with day-to-day operations. They outline specific tasks and activities for employees and departments to achieve their goals. Operational plans usually cover a year or less. Example, the marketing team at the technology company might create an operational plan for the next quarter, focusing on launching a product advertising campaign. 4. Contingency plans. Contingency plans are developed to prepare for unexpected events or emergencies. These plans are backup strategies to help the organization respond to changes or crises. Example, if the technology company faces a sudden supply chain disruption, a contingency plan might involve sourcing materials from alternate suppliers. Conclusion. Different types of plans: strategic, tactical, operational, and contingency help organizations stay focused on both long-term goals and immediate tasks. Strategic plans set the direction, tactical plans break it down into specific actions, operational plans guide day-to-day work, and contingency plans prepare The organization for unexpected situations. All these plans work together to ensure that the organization remains on track and adaptable to challenges. Next important long question is brief about the steps in the planning process. The planning process involves several key steps that help managers create a clear roadmap to achieve organizational goals. Here's a brief breakdown of each. Step 1. Setting objectives. The first step is to define the goals or objectives you want to achieve. These should be specific, measurable, and achievable. Example, a restaurant manager might set an objective to increase monthly sales by 15% over the next 6 months. 2. Identifying resources. Once the goals are clear, the next step is to determine what resources, money, people, time, equipment are available to achieve those goals. Example, the restaurant manager might check if they have enough staff, ingredients, and budget for marketing to support the sales growth. 3. Developing plans. This step involves outlining the specific actions and strategies to achieve the objectives. It's about creating a detailed plan of what needs to be done, when, and by whom. Example, the manager might create a plan that includes launching a new marketing campaign, offering discounts, and training staff on upselling techniques. 4. Implementing the plan. Now, it's time to put the plan into action. This involves coordinating activities, assigning tasks, and ensuring everyone is clear on their roles. Example, the restaurant manager assigns tasks to team members, like updating the menu or scheduling social media posts for the marketing campaign. 5. Monitoring and controlling. Once the plan is in motion, it's important to track progress and make sure everything is going as expected. If things are off track, adjustments can be made. Example, the manager monitors daily sales, customer feedback, and the effectiveness of the marketing efforts, making changes if necessary. 6. Evaluating and adjusting. After the plan has been executed, the manager evaluates whether the objectives were met and what can be improved. If the goal was not achieved, they adjust the plan accordingly. Example, if the restaurant only achieves a 10% sales increase, the manager might refine the marketing strategy and try new approaches to reach the target. Conclusion. The planning process is a cycle of setting goals, identifying resources, creating a plan, implementing it, monitoring progress, and making adjustments as needed. This ensures that an organization stays focused and adaptable in reaching its objectives, just like a restaurant manager adjusting their strategy to meet sales targets. Next important long question is: write briefly about approaches to planning. Approaches to planning refer to different methods that organizations use to make decisions and set goals. There are several approaches to planning, each with its own style and focus. Here are the main approaches. 1. Strategic planning. This approach involves long-term planning and focuses on the overall direction of the organization. It is often done at the top management level and looks at the company's goals, resources, and market environment. The goal is to ensure long-term success. Example, a car company might create a strategic plan to expand into new markets or develop electric vehicles over the next 5 years. 2. Tactical planning. Tactical planning is more specific than strategic planning and focuses on how to implement the strategic goals. This type of planning is typically done at the mid-management level and deals with the steps necessary to achieve the organization's strategic objectives. Example, the same car company's marketing team might develop a tactical plan to promote their new electric vehicle model within the next year. 3. Operational planning. Operational planning involves setting short-term goals for day-to-day activities. It is usually done at the lower management level and focuses on efficiency and achieving specific tasks within a shorter time frame, typically within a year. Example, the production team at the car company might create an operational plan to ensure the timely assembly of electric vehicles, focusing on daily tasks and production schedules. 4. Contingency planning. This approach involves preparing for unexpected events or changes. It is a backup plan created to deal with potential problems that might disrupt normal operations. Contingency plans help organizations quickly adapt to changes in the environment. Example, if the car company faces a supply chain disruption, the contingency plan might include finding alternative suppliers or adjusting production schedules. Conclusion. Different approaches to planning, strategic, tactical, operational, and contingency, help organizations set and achieve goals at different levels. Strategic planning focuses on long-term goals, tactical planning on how to implement those goals, operational planning on day-to-day tasks, and contingency planning on handling unexpected challenges. Each approach plays a vital role in ensuring the success and flexibility of an organization. Next important long question is: explain the different types of decisions in an organization. In an organization, decisions are made at different levels and types depending on the situation and the impact of the decision. Here are the main types of decisions. 1. Strategic decisions. These are high-level decisions made by top management that affect the entire organization in the long run. They set the direction and overall goals of the company. Strategic decisions often involve large-scale plans and a long-term outlook. Example, a company's decision to enter a new market, like expanding internationally or launching a new product line, is a strategic decision. 2. Tactical decisions. Tactical decisions are made by middle management and focus on how to implement strategic goals. These decisions are more specific and short-term compared to strategic decisions, and they involve allocating resources and planning activities to achieve the broader goals. Example, a marketing manager deciding on the specific promotional strategies or advertisements to use for a new product is making a tactical decision. 3. Operational decisions. These decisions are made at the lower levels of management and deal with the day-to-day activities required to keep the organization running smoothly. Operational decisions are usually routine, involve smaller-scale problems, and focus on efficiency. Example, a store manager deciding on employee schedules or how to handle customer complaints is making an operational decision. 4. Programmed decisions. Programmed decisions are routine and repetitive decisions that are made based on established guidelines or policies. These decisions are often automatic and don't require much thought or analysis. Example, a factory manager automatically ordering more materials when Inventory runs low based on preset stock levels is making a programmed decision. 5 non-programmed decisions. These are unique, complex decisions that require careful thought and judgment. Non-programmed decisions are made in situations where there is no standard procedure, often in response to unexpected events or new challenges. Example, a company deciding how to respond to a sudden competitor. Launching a breakthrough product requires a non-programmed decision. Conclusion. In an organization, decisions vary from strategic, long-term, big picture to operational, day-to-day tasks. Some are programmed, routine and repetitive, while others are non-programmed, unique and complex. Understanding these types helps ensure the right decisions are made at the right time and at the appropriate level of management. Next important long question is: explain Vroom's participative decision-making model. Vroom's participative decision-making model is a theory developed by Victor Vroom, which focuses on how managers can involve employees in the decision-making process. The model suggests that the level of participation should depend on the situation and the importance of the decision. Key idea. Vroom's model outlines 5 different decision-making styles, ranging from autocratic, where the manager makes decisions alone, to democratic, where employees have significant input. The manager's role is to decide how much participation is appropriate for each situation. The 5 styles in Vroom's model. 1. Autocratic. A1. The manager makes the decision alone, using the information they already have, without consulting employees. This style is used when quick decisions are needed. Example, a manager deciding on the daily production schedule without employee input. 2. Autocratic. A2. The manager asks for specific information from employees but still makes the final decision alone. Example, a manager asking team members for data on a project but deciding on the approach themselves. 3. Consultative. C1. The manager shares the problem with employees individually and asks for their opinions, but the final decision is still made by the manager. Example, a manager asking employees for feedback on how to improve workflow, then making the final decision based on their input. 4. Consultative. C2. The manager shares the problem with the team in a group setting and gathers their opinions, then decides with input from the team. Example, a manager hosting a team meeting to discuss a new product idea and using the feedback to make the final decision. 5. Group decision. G2. The manager and the team work together to make the decision, and everyone has equal say in the process. Example, a manager leading a brainstorming session where the team collectively decides on the best course of action. Conclusion. Vroom's participative decision-making model helps managers decide how much input employees should have based on the situation. It ranges from making decisions alone to involving the whole team. By considering the context, a manager can choose the right approach, improving decision quality and employee engagement. For instance, in routine decisions, the manager might use an autocratic style, while in complex problems, a group approach can lead to better outcomes. Next, third unit. Third unit. First important long question is: explain the principles of organizing. Principles of organizing refer to the fundamental ideas that guide how an organization structures its resources, people, and tasks to achieve its goals. These principles help managers ensure that the organization functions smoothly and efficiently. 1. Division of work. This principle states that tasks should be divided among employees to avoid duplication and increase efficiency. When work is specialized, employees can focus on specific tasks and become more skilled at them. Example, in a restaurant, the chef focuses on cooking, the waiter handles customer service, and the cashier manages payments. This division helps each person perform their job well. 2. Authority and responsibility. Managers should have the authority to give orders, but with that authority comes responsibility for the outcomes. This ensures accountability within the organization. Employees should also understand their roles and responsibilities clearly. Example, a store manager has the authority to manage inventory and make decisions, but they are responsible for ensuring that the store runs smoothly and meets targets. 3. Span of control. This principle refers to the number of employees a manager can effectively supervise. If the span is too wide, the manager may become overwhelmed, but if it's too narrow, there may be too many managers, causing inefficiency. Example, a team leader in a call center might manage a team of 10 employees, which allows them to provide guidance without feeling overwhelmed. 4. Unity of command. Each employee should report to only one manager to avoid confusion and conflicting instructions. This ensures clear communication and effective supervision. Example, an employee at a marketing agency should report to their direct supervisor and not be given instructions by multiple managers, which could create confusion. 5. Coordination. All parts of the organization should work together in harmony. Managers need to ensure that different departments or teams communicate effectively and collaborate to achieve common goals. Example, in a software company, the development team and the marketing team must coordinate to ensure that a new product is launched successfully. Conclusion. The principles of organizing division of work, authority and responsibility, span of control, unity of command, and coordination are essential for creating a structured and efficient organization. They help managers assign tasks, ensure accountability, and encourage effective communication across the team. By following these principles, organizations can work smoothly and achieve their goals. Next important long question is: explain the contemporary organizational design and its challenges. Contemporary organizational design refers to modern ways of structuring an organization to meet the needs of a dynamic and rapidly changing business environment. Unlike traditional, rigid structures, contemporary designs focus on flexibility, collaboration, and innovation. Key elements of contemporary organizational design. 1. Flat structures. Modern organizations often have fewer levels of management. This means that employees have more direct communication with top management and greater responsibility, making the company more agile. Example, a tech startup may have a flat structure where everyone, from engineers to marketing staff, works closely with the founders, allowing quick decision-making and innovation. 2. Team-based structures. Instead of departments working separately, organizations now emphasize collaboration through teams. These teams are often cross-functional, meaning they include members from different departments working together on a common goal. Example, a product development team at a software company may include designers, programmers, and marketing staff to ensure the product is well-rounded and market-ready. 3. Matrix structures. In a matrix structure, employees report to two or more managers, typically based on different functions, example, one for their department and one for the project they're working on. This encourages flexibility and collaboration across the organization. Example, in a consulting firm, an employee might report to both the department head and the project manager overseeing a client account. 4. Network structures. Some organizations focus on outsourcing non-core functions and building networks with external partners. This allows the company to remain lean and focus on its core strengths. Example, a fashion brand might design and market its products in-house but outsource manufacturing to external suppliers. Challenges of contemporary organizational design. 1. Communication issues. With flatter structures and team-based designs, communication can become more complex as teams work in various directions. Ensuring that information flows smoothly can be a challenge. 2. Role ambiguity. In matrix and team-based structures, employees may face confusion about their roles and responsibilities, especially when they report to multiple managers. 3. Management complexity. With multiple teams and networks, managing resources, aligning goals, and making decisions can become more complicated. Conclusion. Contemporary organizational designs, such as flat, team-based, matrix, and network structures, aim to improve flexibility, collaboration, and innovation. However, they come with challenges like communication difficulties, role ambiguity, and management complexity. Organizations need to carefully manage these challenges to succeed in a dynamic environment. Next important long question is, what is control? Explain the control process. Control in management refers to the process of monitoring and regulating activities to ensure that goals are being achieved as planned. It helps managers ensure that things are going in the right direction and adjustments are made if necessary. Control process. The control process involves 4 key steps. 1. Setting standards. The first step is to establish performance standards or goals. These standards act as a benchmark to measure actual performance. These can be based on quality, time, costs, or other measurable factors. Example, a manager in a manufacturing company might set a standard to produce 100 units of a product per day with a defect rate of no more than 2%. 2. Measuring performance. The next step is to measure the actual performance. This involves collecting data to compare how things are progressing towards meeting the set standards. Example, after a day of production, the manager measures how many units were made and checks the defect rate. 3. Comparing performance with standards. Once the actual performance is measured, it's compared with the established standards. This helps identify whether performance is on track, below standard, or exceeding expectations. Example, the manager finds that the production team made 90 units and had a defect rate of 3%, which is below the standard set, 100 units and 2% defects. 4. Taking corrective action. If there's a difference between actual performance and the standard, corrective Action is needed. This could involve adjusting the processes, providing additional training, or improving resource allocation to get things back on track. Example, the manager may decide to improve the training of workers or provide additional resources to increase production speed and reduce defects. Conclusion. The control process ensures that the organization stays on track by setting standards, measuring performance, comparing it with the goals, and taking corrective action when needed. For instance, in a manufacturing plant, if production falls short or quality drops, the manager uses the control process to correct it, ensuring the business meets its targets. This continuous process helps keep the organization efficient and effective. Next important long question is: explain in detail about controlling for organizational performance. Controlling for organizational performance refers to the process of ensuring that an organization's activities are aligned with its goals and objectives. It involves monitoring, measuring, and adjusting performance to make sure the organization stays on track. Effective controlling helps improve overall performance by identifying issues early and correcting them. Key steps in controlling for organizational performance. 1. Setting clear objectives. The first step in controlling performance is to set clear, measurable goals. These objectives guide the organization and provide a basis for measuring progress. Example, a retail company may set a target to increase sales by 15% in the next quarter. 2. Measuring performance. Once goals are set, performance must be regularly measured. This includes gathering data on key activities and comparing actual results against the set objectives. Example, the retail company tracks daily sales figures, customer satisfaction scores, and employee performance to measure progress toward the sales target. 3. Comparing actual performance with standards. After measuring performance, the next step is to compare the results with the established goals or standards. This helps identify any deviations. Example, if the company has achieved only a 10% increase in sales rather than the target 15%, the performance is below expectations. 4. Identifying variations and analyzing causes. If there is a deviation from the standard, it's important to analyze why it happened. This helps pinpoint problems or areas for improvement. Example, if sales are below target, the company might discover that a recent marketing campaign didn't resonate with customers or there was a shortage of popular products. 5. Taking corrective actions. Based on the analysis, corrective actions should be taken to get the organization back on track. These could involve changing strategies, reallocating resources, or improving processes. Example, the company might launch a new marketing campaign or offer promotions to boost sales and meet the target. Conclusion. Controlling for organizational performance is a continuous process that ensures goals are being achieved. By setting clear objectives, measuring performance, comparing results, analyzing causes, and taking corrective actions, organizations can maintain focus and improve efficiency. For example, a retail company using these steps can adjust its strategies to ensure it meets its sales goals and keeps improving over time. Next important long question is: discuss the various contemporary issues in the controlling process. Contemporary issues in the controlling process refer to the modern Challenges that organizations face when trying to monitor, evaluate, and improve performance. These issues arise due to changes in technology, global business environments, and evolving organizational structures. Below are some of the key contemporary issues. 1. Technological changes. With rapid technological advancements, organizations often struggle to keep up with new tools for monitoring performance. New systems, like data analytics or AI, require managers to adapt their controlling processes, which can be overwhelming and costly. Example, a company implementing AI to track employee performance may face challenges in training managers to use the new system effectively. 2. Globalization. As companies expand globally, they face the challenge of controlling performance across different regions with varying laws, cultures, and business practices. Standardizing control systems while considering local differences can be difficult. Example, a multinational company operating in both the US and China must ensure that its control systems respect both local regulations and company policies, which might differ significantly. 3. Employee motivation and resistance. Managers often face resistance from employees when implementing control systems, especially if those systems are perceived as overly rigid or intrusive. Balancing effective control with maintaining employee morale is a key challenge. Example, a company might face pushback from workers if they feel micromanaged by the constant monitoring of their performance through automated systems. 4. Data overload. In today's data-driven world, organizations are often overwhelmed by the large amounts of information they collect. This makes it difficult to focus on the most important metrics, leading to poor decision-making. Example, a retail company collecting too much data about customer behavior might struggle to identify the most relevant data points for improving sales performance. 5. Changing external environment. External factors like economic shifts, government regulations, or natural disasters can quickly disrupt organizational goals, making it challenging to maintain effective control. Example, a company might have to adjust its performance metrics after a sudden economic recession, as their original targets might no longer be realistic. Conclusion. Contemporary issues in controlling include technological changes, globalization, employee resistance, data overload, and changing external conditions. Organizations must adapt their control systems to address these challenges, ensuring they remain effective in a fast-evolving business environment. Managing these issues helps organizations maintain performance and flexibility in achieving their goals. Next, fourth unit. Fourth unit. First important long question is: discuss the strategies to influence individual and group behavior. Strategies to influence individual and group behavior. Influencing individual and group behavior is crucial for achieving organizational goals and maintaining a positive work environment. Here are some strategies that can be used to influence behavior effectively. 1. Positive reinforcement. Encouraging desired behavior through rewards, praise, or recognition is a key strategy. Positive reinforcement motivates individuals and groups to repeat the behaviors that are beneficial. Example, a manager might praise an employee who consistently meets sales targets or offer bonuses to a team that completes a project ahead of schedule. 2. Setting clear expectations and goals. Clearly defining what is expected of individuals and groups helps them understand their roles and objectives. When people know what they need to achieve, they are more likely to focus their efforts accordingly. Example, in a sales team, setting a clear monthly target for each member helps them know what is expected and how to align their efforts to reach the goal. 3. Modeling desired behavior. Leaders and managers can influence behavior by modeling the actions and attitudes they want to see in others. When individuals see leaders demonstrate good practices, they are more likely to follow suit. Example, a manager who values punctuality can influence the team to be on time by consistently arriving at meetings on time themselves. 4. Providing feedback. Regular feedback helps individuals and groups understand how well they are performing and where they need to improve. Feedback can be positive, reinforcing good behavior, or constructive, guiding improvements. Example, a manager gives an employee feedback after a presentation, highlighting strengths while suggesting ways to improve for future presentations. 5. Creating a positive environment. Fostering a supportive and open work environment encourages collaboration, trust, and cooperation. People are more likely to engage in positive behaviors in an environment where they feel valued and respected. Example, a team that celebrates successes and encourages open communication is likely to work together more effectively. 6. Social influence and peer pressure. In groups, individuals often look to their peers for guidance on behavior. Leveraging peer influence can encourage the adoption of positive behaviors in a group setting. Example, in a team meeting, a high-performing employee may inspire others to improve their work habits through their positive attitude and dedication. Conclusion. Influencing individual and group behavior can be achieved through strategies like positive reinforcement, clear goals, modeling behavior, providing feedback, creating a positive environment, and leveraging social influence. By using these strategies, managers can guide behavior in a way that aligns with organizational goals and fosters a productive, cooperative workplace. For example, a manager who models desired behavior and provides clear feedback will likely see better performance from their team. Next important long question is: explain about personality theories and perception in detail. Personality theories. Personality theories aim to explain how and why individuals behave in certain ways. These theories help in understanding the unique traits and characteristics that make each person different. Here are a few key personality theories. 1. Freud's psychoanalytic theory. Sigmund Freud believed that personality is shaped by unconscious drives, particularly from childhood experiences. According to Freud, the mind has three parts: the id, instincts; the ego, reality; and the superego, morality. The interaction between these three parts shapes personality. Example, a person may develop a shy and withdrawn personality because of early childhood experiences where their instincts, id, were often suppressed by strict parenting, superego. 2. Trait theory. This theory suggests that personality is made up of a combination of traits which are consistent patterns of behavior. One well-known model is the Big Five personality traits, which include openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and Neuroticism. Example, a person who scores high in extraversion may be outgoing, talkative, and energetic in social situations, while someone high in conscientiousness may be organized, responsible, and detail-oriented. 3. Humanistic theory. This theory, led by figures like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, emphasizes personal growth and self-actualization. Humanistic theorists believe that people have an inherent drive to grow, develop, and reach their fullest potential. Example, a person working hard to achieve their career goals and pursue their passions might be demonstrating the desire for self-actualization, a key part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Perception. Perception is the process of how we interpret and make sense of the world around us. It involves selecting, organizing, and interpreting sensory information, and it greatly influences how we respond to situations. Perception is subjective, meaning that different people can interpret the same situation differently. Example, two people might attend the same meeting, but one might perceive the speaker as confident and engaging, while the other perceives the speaker as arrogant or boring. This difference is due to their individual perceptions. Perception is influenced by factors such as personal experiences, cultural background, emotions, and cognitive biases. For example, if someone has had a negative experience with a particular person, they might perceive that person's actions more negatively in the future, even if the actions are neutral. Conclusion. Personality theories like Freud's psychoanalytic theory, trait theory, and humanistic theory help us understand why people behave the way they do, based on unconscious drives, traits, or personal growth. Perception, on the other hand, explains how individuals interpret their surroundings and experiences, and it influences their responses to different situations. Understanding both personality and perception can help in improving interpersonal relationships and communication in both personal and professional settings. Next important long question is: explain formation of group behavior and classification of groups. Formation of group behavior. Group behavior refers to how people behave when they interact as part of a group. This behavior develops in stages as people come together and start working toward a common goal. Here's how groups typically form. 1. Forming. This is the first stage where people get to know each other. They are polite and cautious, as they don't know each other well. There is little conflict at this stage. Example, a new team at work might have initial meetings where everyone introduces themselves and shares their roles, but they are still figuring out how to work together. 2. Storming. In this stage, differences in opinions and working styles emerge. There can be conflict as members try to establish their roles and challenge each other. Example, team members might argue about how tasks should be completed or who should lead the group. 3. Norming. After the conflicts are resolved, the group starts to develop a sense of unity. Members agree on the norms and roles within the group, and cooperation increases. Example, the team starts working smoothly, setting common goals, and respecting each other's ideas. 4. Performing. At this stage, the group becomes efficient and productive. Members work well together to achieve their goals and handle any issues that come up. Example, the team is now collaborating effectively and completing tasks on time, meeting their objectives. 5. Adjourning. This is the final stage when the group disbands after completing its goals. Members reflect on the experience and move on to other tasks or teams. Example, after a project is completed, a team disbands and members move on to other assignments or new teams. Classification of groups. Groups in organizations can be classified into two main types. 1. Formal groups. These are created by the organization to achieve specific goals. The roles and structure are defined by the organization. Example, a department within a company, like the marketing team, is a formal group with specific roles and responsibilities. 2. Informal groups. These are formed naturally among individuals based on common interests, friendships, or social interactions. They are not officially created by the organization. Example, a group of co-workers who regularly have lunch together forms an informal group. Conclusion. Group behavior develops through stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Groups can be formal, created for specific goals, or informal, based on social connections. Understanding group formation and types helps manage teamwork and collaboration effectively in any organization. Next important long question is: what are the group properties? Explain. Group properties. Group properties refer to the characteristics that define a group and influence how its members interact and work together. These properties help shape group behavior and dynamics. Here are the key properties of a group. 1. Roles. Every member of a group has a specific role or function that they perform. Roles are the expected behaviors, responsibilities, or tasks assigned to group members. A role can be formal, assigned by the group, or organization, or informal, emerging naturally within the group. Example, in a project team, one member might take on the role of a leader managing the project, another might be responsible for research, and another might handle communication with clients. 2. Norms. Norms are the unwritten rules or standards that guide how group members behave. These are shared expectations about how to act and interact within the group. Norms help ensure smooth functioning and cooperation. Example, a team may develop a norm where everyone must submit their reports by Friday afternoon. If someone fails to meet the deadline, they may be reminded of the group norm. 3. Cohesion. Cohesion refers to the strength of the bonds between group members. A cohesive group is one where members work well together, feel connected, and share common goals. High cohesion typically leads to better teamwork and performance. Example, a sports team with strong camaraderie and trust among players is likely to perform better than a team where members do not get along. 4. Status. Status refers to the perceived rank or position of each member within the group. Higher status members often have more influence, but their opinions and behaviors are respected by others. Status can be based on expertise, experience, or role. Example, in a corporate setting, the CEO has a higher status and authority than junior employees, and their decisions often carry more weight. 5. Size. The size of a group affects its dynamics. Smaller groups tend to be more cohesive and able to make decisions quickly, while larger groups may face challenges in coordination and communication. Example, a small startup team of 5 people may collaborate more closely than a large team of 20, which might experience delays in decision-making due to its size. Conclusion. Group properties like roles, norms, cohesion, status, and size are crucial in shaping group behavior. Understanding these properties helps in managing team dynamics, improving communication, and ensuring successful collaboration. For example, a cohesive team with clear roles and norms is more likely to work efficiently and meet its goals. Next, fifth unit. Fifth unit. First important long question is leadership theories. Leadership theories. Leadership theories explain how leaders influence their followers and how leadership styles can be effective in different situations. These theories help in understanding leadership behaviors, traits, and strategies. Below are a few key leadership theories. 1. Trait theory. Trait theory suggests that certain qualities or characteristics make a person a good leader. These traits can include intelligence, confidence, determination, and charisma. Example, a manager who is confident and good at making decisions may inspire confidence in their team, leading them to perform better. 2. Behavioral theory. Behavioral theory focuses on the behaviors and actions of leaders rather than their traits. It suggests that leaders can be made, not born, by learning specific behaviors that promote good leadership. There are 2 common types of leadership behaviors. Task-oriented, leaders focus on getting the job done. People-oriented, leaders focus on the well-being and development of their team members. Example, a manager who regularly checks in with their team, offers support, and ensures tasks are completed, is practicing a balanced leadership style. 3. Contingency theory. Contingency theory suggests that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to leadership. The best leadership style depends on the situation, such as the team's needs, the task at hand, and the environment. Example, a leader may use an authoritative style when making quick decisions in a crisis but adopt a democratic style when seeking input from the team during planning. 4. Transformational leadership. Transformational leaders inspire and motivate their followers by creating a vision, fostering creativity, and encouraging personal growth. They focus on transforming the team or organization for the better. Example, a CEO who encourages innovation, challenges employees to think outside the box, and motivates them to work toward a shared vision of success, is practicing transformational leadership. 5. Transactional leadership. Transactional leaders focus on routine tasks, providing rewards or punishments based on performance. This approach is effective for maintaining structure and achieving short-term goals. Example, a supervisor who sets clear performance targets and rewards employees for meeting them is practicing transactional leadership. Conclusion. Leadership theories like trait, behavioral, contingency, transformational, and transactional each offer unique insights into leadership styles. A good leader may blend different styles depending on the situation and the needs of their team. For example, a leader may use a transactional style for achieving immediate results but switch to a transformational style to inspire long-term vision and innovation. Understanding these theories helps leaders adapt and lead effectively. Next important long question is: explain two-factor theory of motivation. Two-factor theory of motivation. The two-factor theory of motivation, proposed by psychologist Frederick Herzberg in the 1950s, suggests that there are two types of factors that influence motivation in the workplace: hygiene factors and motivators. According to this theory, both are important but affect motivation in different ways. 1. Hygiene factors, dissatisfaction factors. These factors are essential for preventing dissatisfaction but do not directly motivate employees. If these factors are not met, employees may feel dissatisfied or unhappy. However, even if they are met, it does not necessarily lead to high motivation or job satisfaction. Examples of hygiene factors. Salary: employees need to be paid fairly. If not, they will be unhappy. Working conditions: clean, safe, and comfortable working conditions are important. Job security: if employees feel their jobs are at risk, they will be dissatisfied. Company policies: fair policies and practices that treat employees equally are needed. Example: if an employee works in a noisy, uncomfortable office with low pay and no job security, they will feel unhappy. But if these issues are resolved, example, they get a better salary and improved working conditions, they may no longer be dissatisfied, but they are not necessarily more motivated to work hard. 2. Motivators, satisfaction factors. Motivators are factors that truly lead to job satisfaction and higher motivation. These factors are not just about avoiding dissatisfaction, but they inspire employees to perform better and be more committed to their work. Examples of motivators. Achievement: employees feel motivated when they achieve something meaningful. Recognition: employees appreciate recognition for their hard work and accomplishments. Growth opportunities: opportunities for career advancement or learning new skills motivate employees. Responsibility: giving employees more responsibility or control over their work can boost motivation. Example: an employee who receives praise for completing a challenging project and is given the opportunity to lead future projects is likely to feel motivated and satisfied with their work. Conclusion. Herzberg's two-factor theory suggests that while hygiene factors are necessary to prevent dissatisfaction, it is the motivators that drive true job satisfaction and motivation. For example, providing a good salary and working conditions may remove dissatisfaction, but it is offering opportunities for growth, recognition, and achievement that will truly inspire employees to work harder and perform at their best. Next important long question is: explain ERG theory. ERG theory of motivation. The ERG theory was developed by psychologist Clayton Alderfer as an extension of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It proposes that human needs can be categorized into three main groups. 1. Existence needs. These are basic needs required for survival, like food, water, and shelter. They also include material and physical desires, such as salary, job security, and working conditions. Example: a worker needs a decent salary and safe working conditions to survive and feel secure. If these needs are not met, the employee may feel dissatisfied and demotivated. 2. Relatedness needs. are these needs involve the desire for relationships, social interactions, and connection with others. Employees need to feel respected, valued, and part of a team. These needs are connected to social aspects like relationships with colleagues and supervisors. Example, an employee who values teamwork and strong relationships with colleagues will feel motivated and satisfied when they work in a friendly, collaborative environment. Lack of positive relationships may cause frustration and dissatisfaction. 3. Growth needs. These needs focus on personal development and self-fulfillment, such as career advancement, learning, and achieving one's potential. Growth needs are met when an individual is able to achieve personal goals and take on challenges that help them grow. Example, an employee who is given the chance to lead a project, learn new skills, or advance in their career is likely to feel motivated and satisfied as these opportunities fulfill their growth needs. Key features of ERG theory. Frustration regression principle. If a person is unable to fulfill a higher level need, like growth, they may regress to focusing on a lower level need, like existence. For example, if someone cannot achieve career growth, they might focus more on improving their work environment or salary. Needs are not hierarchical. Unlike Maslow's theory, ERG suggests that people can pursue needs from different categories at the same time. For example, someone may seek both career growth needs, and good relationships with coworkers, relatedness needs simultaneously. Conclusion. Alderfer's ERG theory highlights 3 categories of needs: existence, relatedness, and growth that influence motivation. People seek to satisfy these needs simultaneously, and failure to meet higher-level needs may lead them to focus on fulfilling lower-level ones. Understanding this helps organizations address employees' needs and improve motivation and satisfaction. Next important long question is: explain McGregor theory. McGregor's theory X and theory Y. Douglas McGregor introduced theory X and theory Y to explain how managers perceive employees' attitudes and behaviors at work. These theories show 2 different views on how managers think about their employees and how it impacts their leadership style. 1. Theory X. Theory X assumes that employees are inherently lazy and dislike work. Managers who follow this theory believe that employees need to be closely supervised and controlled to ensure they meet their goals. These managers often use strict rules, punishment, and rewards to motivate employees. Key assumptions of theory X. Employees dislike work and avoid it when possible. Employees need to be controlled, directed, and monitored. They prefer to be given clear instructions and avoid responsibility. Example, a manager who micromanages employees, checks their work constantly, and sets rigid deadlines believes in theory X. For example, a supervisor might watch over a worker's every move to ensure the work is done, thinking the employee might not do it well on their own. 2. Theory Y. Theory Y, on the other hand, assumes that employees are self-motivated, enjoy their work, and seek responsibility. Managers who follow this theory trust employees to work on their own and give them more freedom. They believe that with the right environment, employees can be creative, work effectively, and Achieve organizational goals. Key assumptions of Theory Y. Employees enjoy their work and are motivated to achieve their goals. Employees will take responsibility if they are given the opportunity. They seek creativity and self-improvement at work. Example, a manager who encourages employees to take initiative, make decisions, and contribute ideas is using Theory Y. For instance, a leader might give employees the freedom to decide how to approach a project, trusting them to deliver results. Conclusion. McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y offer two contrasting views of human behavior in the workplace. Theory X sees employees as needing control and supervision, while Theory Y sees employees as motivated and capable of self-direction. Managers who adopt Theory Y often foster a more positive and productive work environment by empowering employees, while Theory X managers may create a more controlled, less trusting atmosphere. Next important long question is: discuss the valence theory of motivation. Vroom's expectancy theory of motivation. Vroom's expectancy theory of motivation focuses on how individuals make decisions about their behavior based on their expectations of the outcomes. According to this theory, people are motivated to act in certain ways if they believe their efforts will lead to desired rewards. The theory is based on three key elements. 1. Expectancy. This is the belief that increased effort will lead to better performance. If a person believes that putting in more effort will improve their performance, they are more likely to be motivated to work harder. Example, if an employee believes that staying late at work will help them complete a project successfully and improve their performance, they will be motivated to put in more effort. 2. Instrumentality. Instrumentality refers to the belief that good performance will lead to a reward or outcome. Employees are motivated if they feel that their good work will lead to specific rewards, such as a promotion, bonus, or recognition. Example, if an employee knows that completing a project on time will result in a performance bonus or a promotion, they will be more motivated to perform well. 3. Valence. Valence is the value an individual places on the reward. If a person values the reward, they are more likely to be motivated to work for it. If the reward is not something the person values, they will not be motivated to achieve it. Example, if an employee values a promotion more than a small financial bonus, they will be more motivated to work hard for the promotion. Formula. The motivation force is calculated by multiplying the expectancy, instrumentality, and valence. Motivation is equal to expectancy times instrumentality times valence. If any of these elements are low, for example, if an employee doesn't believe their effort will lead to good performance, or they don't care about the reward, their motivation will also be low. Conclusion. Vroom's expectancy theory emphasizes that motivation is based on the belief that effort will lead to performance, which will lead to rewards that have personal value. For example, an employee who believes hard work will result in a valuable reward, like a promotion, is more likely to put in the effort to achieve it. Therefore, managers can motivate employees by ensuring that their efforts are linked to clear, valued rewards.